Oh, we are back again with YE Studio. Oh, sit. Back in day 2. Damn sit, back in day 2. Let's go with backend. Now it's 8 p.m. at night. Damn, we're just going to start now, and for 3 hours, like 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. maybe, or 10 p.m. for 2 hours or 3 hours, I don't know. So let's go move our backend. So first of all, I just searched W3 skill backend. Oh shit, I wanted to learn firstly Node.js, so some basic Node.js, and after that we can move to the Express.js, and then we can move to the making projects, and we are now making. So move on to our backend dev journey. Let's go. We are I'm literally loving this, all the things, and I'm just trying to learning things that matter, and if something not matter, I don't care about that. So let's go to the Node.js. Here is the Node.js, and we are just at the point which is my I don't know where I am at, but yeah, we just need to know something like what is the FS, the file system operations, and also util is utility function, and HTTP is HTTP server and client, and stream is stream handling, and auto path is file path utility, and crypto is cryptography functions, and OS is operating system, and URL is URL parsing, and events or event handling, and query strings or URL strings handling. And so to use any built-in module, use the require function. Oh, okay. So to use any module, if you're using any built-in module that is in Node.js built-in modules, then you just need to use require. Hey, I don't care about require function. Why we are not using here from means ES like FS module. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I just wanted to say to you why we are not using import, maybe not import. Why we are not importing, why we are using required. Okay, we can learn after that. So for now it's completed. I learned that all. Okay, so you can see here an app.js, and that is doing something like creating a server. Welcome to your app, current data, which is the get current data, and formatted data, which is format currency 99.99. and what is that? Okay, just think about it. It's like a currency converter, not currency converter. It's a simple thing. Here we are using HTTP, means of that we are making a server, and also using some path to get where the path of in our folder path that it is. So whatever damn it is, now we need to move on modules, core modules, module basics, that are the module basics. Then we are just going to HTTP module. What is the HTTP module? The built-in HTTP module node just include a powered built HTTP module that enables you to create HTTP server and make HTTP requests. The built-in HTTP module in Node.js that helps us to enable that helps us to create a server, create HTTP server, and also help us to make HTTP requests. That it is. So and this module is essential for building web application and APIs in Node.js. Key features is create HTTP server to handle requests and send responses. Create HTTP servers to handle this and that. That all the key features that help us to create HTTP server and handle requests and requests and send responses. Make HTTP requests to other server. We can also make request to other HTTP server, and so also handle different HTTP methods. It can handle different type of HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete, patch, etc. I don't know. Work with requests and headers, handle streaming data for large payloads, including the HTTP module. To use the HTTP module, include in your application using the require. When we need to use any module, we can do like that. Use a require function, require method to use any module by the help by using CommonJS require, or using ES module, Node.js 14 plus with type module in package.json. Type module in package.json, we know that, and if we want to check this, after that we can check later on. But for now what we need to do is we're just going to make HTTP server. So now we are moving our ChatGPT things to learn them all. Oh, what a damn happening with live stream, boss. Okay, you can just check it. I just refresh this page to see if it is my live work or not. Whatever damn my English is. It's okay. And now I'm just checking this. Okay, it's excellent connection and what buddy, and also live is working well, and also live working well, and so nobody is watching me. It's okay for that. This is day 2. Nobody is watching me, no problem anymore. And CLI and then all. Why this matters? Every backend from Instagram to your localhost tool is basically a server that receive a request like get all users, receivers request, get all user, process it, maybe fetches from database, send back response like a JSON data or HTML page. And Node.js can do all this without any extra framework using its built-in HTTP module. Okay, this is where you start understanding how Express APIs the web actually work behind the scenes. Okay, that's a good one. Goal for day 3, you'll learn what an HTTP is, how request and response work, create your own node server, send custom requests for routes, and you'll have your first backend running on localhost 3000. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so let's start, buddy. We can move on, we can learn that, and so just close this tab so others are not, so you can for that. Set up in your project folder, create a new file, Node.js. Okay, this is day 2, and we are just moving on day 2 folder, and we can create a folder called server.js, and also I need to make npm init. I need to make -y, and also npm install, which is npm I, and after that our Node.js server is created, means downloaded well, and now we are going to just see this all, and we can use HTTP built-in module, so it's okay for that, just so we can remove some extra dummy things, and we can zoom it for better understand. So let's go, and we are just creating const HTTP equals to required module. If we wanted to use any module within CommonJS, we are using require. So if you are here using require, so we need to just use require and with the help of CommonJS, and this is actually a CommonJS way to get things. And for that, I downloaded all package.json and package.log.json outside this folder. Okay, sorry for that. I need to do like cd, means change directory to Node.js, change directory to Node.js, like C, Control C, or maybe I just do not changing the directory. I'm already I can also open the file code minus r hyphen r equals to this, and it can open my that folder, that day2 folder, and we are now just we are now able to download our npm pack. npm We are now able to initialize our npm project. So now I just do Control C, and yeah, I'm just trying to speaking in English, nothing else. Let's go. I just run here clear to do this. npm init hyphen y. So that, oh my god, hyphen y, npm init hyphen y, npm I means npm install, and so it can generate it. There's two different files, and yeah, we can also here make something like, okay, we can do here main type, or type, a double quote, type and type module.js, type module. And also we can also here we can import, we can write this like this, http from http. Yeah, we can maybe do like this. I don't know, I forget that all how we can do this, but for now it's okay. I just stop this thing. I just delete this one, and after that we can check and learn again. So for now we are in the CommonJS. We are just hitting. We are just doing with JS. Let's go. HTTP equals to require. Oh my god, not equal to nothing. HTTP equals to const HTTP equals to require, and then this parenthesis and double quote, and then HTTP. And so good job. This is, we are importing making here using a module which is HTTP module, built-in HTTP module of Node.js that help us to create server, and also help us to make a server to request to the other server, or give a response to the front end, and that it is. Okay, so now we just create a server, a variable having http.create server, which it had http built-in module that had create server function, and I don't know what is this, but yeah, have a request and response function, and after that we can just do rest dot set header. Yeah, here the response dot set header. We can set a header for plain text, and after that if require dot url equal to /root, we can handle roots manually. Yeah, here we can handle roots manually, but in the Next.js, you know that we just need to make files, and Next.js have based routing, you know that all. But now we are just focusing on backend, so our topic is just the backend, how we can handle roots by doing this request.url. If someone requesting, like you are requesting to the server, like you are requesting to the server as class, you requesting something, buddy, then request means what? You're requesting to the server here, give me YT keyword, and this is just giving us making a request to the server, and then server give us a response, and here we can see the YT. And that is really crazy for us. Like you can see here, I just open a Scali draw for better understanding. Scali, oh, what is that? Is Scali draw, or what is this? I don't know. Yeah, we are okay. We have a lot more things here. What has happened when memory fudge, and okay for that. Here we have a Google. Here we have a something here like this. Here we have server. Here we have something else. Here we are. Here is the server, and what happened with this is oh, sorry for that. What happened with this is like something else. This is me. This is user. Here the user is. Here the and here the server. This is the server, and which we are just going to make. This is we are going to make. This is going to make a server. So what the server did is, server just do for this is like this. Server is do for us is nothing. Server is just do for us request and response. This is request. We are just going to do make request. We are just request to the server, a request, request, request. This is a request. We are just going to request our server. Like when we are just asking for a server, hey, give me this, then server is then this front end is just this user requesting to the server, and server giving us a response, which is this is a response. This is a response. Okay, this is a response, which is crazy one, and now we are just okay, this is a response, and now you see here this is a response, and so there's nothing else. This is a user here, user requesting for something, requesting for something, user requesting for something, and then server is giving us to the user. Server is to the user. That's it, nothing else. This is easy drawing. Oh, it's okay, I'm not going to drawing. Let's go move on to how to write how we can make a server, literally a server. I'm just going to not just copying and pasting. I'm just going to handle this all with tiny fingers. Let's go do that. And so const server, maybe server, I don't know, whatever damn it is, const server equals to std dot a lot more things. You can see here a lot more things. When you do code yourself, then you know what happened. You can see a lot more things. That is crazy part of you to that can help you. That HTTP have also WebSocket, HTTP have create server, HTTP have server response, and HTTP had max header size, HTTP had request only, and a lot more things here. You can see all those, but we are just going to create a server, so we can choose this one. And after that we have this, and also we have the request and response, and now yeah, that it is request comma response, request from comma response, and we are just going to make an arrow function. And here we have this. Here we have an arrow function, and now we are just going to do some rest dot headers. We're just going to send a plain HTML, because why we are doing this? Because of why we are doing this? Okay, let's ask to the ChatGPT. No, nothing problem. Hey, why we are doing this? Let's do. This is the thing that can motivate you to learn anything. Hey, why we are doing this? Why we are doing this? And that is like a journey. We don't need to just climb about something. We just need to try it again and again, and we can win. That's it, nothing else. Let's see this out. Excellent question, Robin. Then okay. What actually happens when your server sends a response? What happened? Okay, when you send something back from Node using rest.n, you're not just sending data. You're sending a message with metadata that tells the browser how to handle it. The metadata equals to HTTP headers. Okay, and they tell the browser, hey browser, here's what kind of content I'm sending you. Content type, header, what it does, buddy. It means I'm sending plain text, normal readable text back to you. So when the browser gets the response, it is how to display it, how to parse it. If you didn't include that, browser will try to guess, and something it guessing wrong, like saying gibberish or just sunrise text. Okay, normal text. Okay, normal text and HTML text. Text plus HTML. We are passing a HTML folders and all, and we are passing a JSON format, JSON.stringify.dat, and an email image/png image data when serving images. And so if you send rest.set header content type application JSON, and then rest.end JSON.stringify name protein, and then this happens. And it's okay. TLDR, what is a TLDR? Is a content type tells the client, browser, postman, mobile app what kind of data I'm sending you. Content type is tell us to the browser what kind of data we are sending to the browser, and browser can understand to parse it or to show that type of data, not going to damning on something else, and now browser not going to guess about anything, not showing you gibberish things and not showing you damning things. Let's go out and we are just going to make our first server. Now we are at the point where we need to define a content type, what type of response we are just sending to the browser. Set header. Why we are not using set header? Oh damn, what a damn is this? Why we are not using set headers? Why we are using set header? Why not? Okay, I know set headers had a lot more data. Means we can send to two type of, maybe we can say two type of data. After that I can check it, but for now we are just going to do like this. Type, oh set, what up damn it showing me content hyphen type p by pe. Okay, p by pe content type comma okay, comma text slash plain. Yeah, we are going to just parsing up, giving us this to the text plain, and then maybe you just write semicolon, maybe not. In JavaScript doesn't matter. And so we are just going to make only one this route. We are just going to make a request only slash route. Only slash route we are just going to do. And also we just need to debug that all code, and we need to understand that code, how it working and how that all happening things, and why we are doing this const port. Yeah, we are just server.listen port. Why we are using server? Yeah, we need to know a lot more things, and we are just going to do that all. So let's go. We can see this out, set headers, and then we need to just if someone request that, what is the request.url? If someone is requesting for a URL, then equals to this slash URL. If someone requesting for slash URL, you can just do is response dot, what is this, response dot status code. What is the status code? I think status code is showing us to what kind of things are going to be happen. Means 200 is for okay, means success. Your code is sent to the browser. Okay, rest.end. After that we can see that all. So rest.end means of that we are just what to do. Rest.end, what is this? Okay, so calling the writable.end method signal that no more data will be written to writable. The option chunk and encoding argument allow, oh my god, we're going allow one final additional chunk that are written immediately before closing the stream. Calling the write method after calling end will raise an error. What kind of, okay, writing things and that can raise an error. Okay, that's good one. Okay, we are just sending a data raise. Then means response, here response are and just whatever, this is the last response we are giving to the browser. After that, on this URL nothing is going to be happen. I can check it. The Proveen effect, oh my god. Okay, and after that I can check a lot more things. I know that I'm just curious thing be curious and learning things out. Oh, said, let's go. We need to just make a server. Let's go. We can make a server. We can run this server on port, which means of the const port equals to 3000. 3000. Wait, can run on this port, and then server dot listen. Server, hey server, listen to me. Hey server, listen to me. Port. Hey server, listen to me. And an arrow function, we can also make an arrow function here, and also we just console.logging, we are just using one statement, that's why we don't use curly braces. So console.log and console.log, and we are just doing here something like this, and console.log. Maybe I just use backticks to show where the server is working on. HTTP colon slash what is this? I don't know. HTTP colon slash localhost colon, and then dollar, and then dollar sign, and then this, and after that we just need to write a port. Yes. Damn, I don't know it's going to working or not. Just run this code in the terminal, and after that what happening we are just going to see here. Oh, okay, working now. We just go follow the link, and yeah, the Proveen effect you can see here. You can see here the Proveen effect. Oh, see, you can see, guys. Let's go. Let's move on somewhere else, and we are just going to experiment something like, okay, why if we want to send two times the Proveen effect, what things are going to be just happening with us. Okay, we need to just watch again. We need to use the something called flag, like a flag which is node ---- watch, so that we don't need to we don't need to run our server again and again. It's automatically run our server when we change something on our code file. So let's see this out. Our server is running up again or not. Okay, we are just going to see. Okay, we need to run again, so that's why. So then after it can work well. Node run dev, npm run dev. Oh, shit, why it is not working? Npm run start. npm run start. npm run start. Oh yeah, this is npm run start. If we wanted to send two ends, what of it going to be happen with us? Okay, we can just see here. Okay, these things are just damn things are just going to happen, and yeah, we are not able to send data 2 times. So let's delete this one. Okay, of this, and yeah, we can have to also check it again for just fun. Let's go. Let's see this out, and it's not working. That's not working. It's not going to work. Yeah, you can see here. No. Yeah, server failed. Running server, waiting file, and yeah, this is the problem. We never use this. Times we are just send one response at a time on one URL, and so we are just wanted to make something like this. Hey, if one me if we want to see /me URL, like /me, what are things going to be happen? Okay, we are seeing in /me right now. If we want to see on localhost 3000, we can see nothing here. Okay, we can see nothing here. It's refreshing, that's again, and yeah, it at the port 3000 I'm seeing nothing. I know that it's refreshing. What up down happening with me, I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to see this one. It's not refreshing it. Oh damn, you just see this here. And yeah, in the user we have nothing, that's why it shows the error here. You can see here, but when we call /me, it's not making any error, and our server is restarting. Our server is starting, and you can see here. And if we just do like make a request to the URL, what things are going to happen with us is like it's restarting. It's not restarting our server. If we request again, oh my god, if I request again to the slash 3000, it's not going to make any request to the 3000 port. Why? I don't know why. But yeah, that yeah, it's okay for that. But yeah, I got it. I got the point. If we wanted to make a server, we need to use a port to display on. Maybe I just use 8000 port. Here we can use any port. We have no problem at all. And use any port. I don't care about. And we can use any port here. We can use any port. We can use any port, because this is the beauty of Node. It's all the built-in things. You can do entire server by using Node.js. You don't need any more things. All the things in Node.js. But yeah, if we want something other things, some more cool things, we need to use Express and a lot more things to build fast, and we don't need after that a lot more damn things. So yeah, that is a crazy one. I love this. It's okay for now. I got it, and nobody is watching me. That I love. It's okay for that. And yeah, I'm really cool. I'm feeling very well because I'm just learning and I'm just getting. Let's go. Where is I am? Let's go. I am at 8000 per. And I got every point I got, but I not got that why we are using rest.status code. If we send our status 400, what things are going to just happen with us? Let's see this out. If we see here and nothing else, nothing going to be happen with us. So whatever. Why this? We are using, and if I what I did, if I make this to 400, but still code is working. Why this are going to be happen? This out. I have some observation again, Codeveen. Thank you for that, boss. First, what is response.status code? When your Node.js server sends a response, it doesn't just send data. It also sends HTTP status code like 200, 404, 500. So that means, brother, if we are requesting, my God, I got something good. 200, 404. Okay, and that status code tells the browser or API what happened with the request. Happened that with the request is 200. Everything is okay. Sends to the browser 200. Okay, everything is okay. If you change it to this, then bad request. You're sending bad request. So why your code still work? Because works here means Node server didn't crash. Browsed till got a response. For when the status code doesn't stop your server from running. It tells the browser or clients, hey, something wrong with your request. It's bad request. The browser still shows the message you sent, but developers or other software read that code and act accordingly. So yeah, 200 code is okay. 201 is something can read. New resources created, and 401 request is bad request when client sent wrong data, and 401 is unauthorized, means login or token, and 404 is not found, root doesn't exist, and then internal server error. 500 is internal server error, which is bug on the server. So even if you use 400, the server still runs. It's just communicating that this request logically. TLDR is data status code. HTTP status number communicates success error type, setting it does stop code. It just changes how client interpret the response, and real apps use it so front ends know what happened, success invalid inputs, missing root, etc. And so yeah, it's okay for that. User found, user not found, 200 error. Okay, let's go and make our full server. Okay, let's go make. I created this one. I also did this. I know when we are just when we make a response, we also need to give to the browser set a header and also a code to know is that thing is going working, is that thing is okay, success or not, is that error or is that any other things, is that server or other things. Let's see this, the 200 page about page. If anyone want to see /API, also we need to make a header application.json. We are posting something else data, so now we need to set another header which is type application JSON, and after the JSON.stringify and masses hello from API version 1.00, and then after status code 404 and then 404 not found, and so that it is. So now we are just going to make something. Let's go, we can make another request and request to the if user want to request some other routes. So what we do, so now is if in JavaScript it's crazy to use like this codes to like this request dot URL equal to underscore like slash double quote slash about okay slash about, and after that we are just going to use like this, and then we are just request that send what is this status code request status code equals to 200, which is okay, and here we are just removing this to 200, and also we are using semicolon. Oh, okay, res.end with res.end my Proving effect is empowering. Proving effect is helping by learning and talking to the camera. Damn, I don't know what I did. I need to draw. Learn right here. We do and help to others, and also learn and build journey for 60 days. For 60 days. Let's go. And I need to post that all the code in the GitHub, I think. So yeah, I just post all the code on GitHub, and also just going to post on LinkedIn something. So I think some users and some recruiters see me, hey, probably damn you're doing, buddy. So yeah, I'm doing this. You can see here, and yeah, slash about we can just request to the slash about, and also we can get the redo and help to others, and also learn and how and build journey for 60 days. Oh, let's go, no problem at all, whatever sentences I read in. And so now we are just going to else if, and for we are just going to request that URL equal to we are requesting to the where API slash API, because APIs has a JSON. So we are now just going to send a response that set header, which is we had a what is this application, what is this, I don't know, application content type. Okay, sorry for that. We just provide content type to the browser, content hyphen type, type, and then comma application slash data. That's good, application slash JSON data. So now we are just going to rest dot end with. Also we can just give a status code, which is also we can do that. A status code, we can also use a status code like this, and status code which is 200. Okay, 200, we have 200, and also we are just status code 200, and that's rest dot and with a JSON format, and like this, we can use like masses. Oh, okay, sorry for that. When we are sending JSON data, we just need to use like JSON.stringify, and then after we can just pass data which is masses colon something masses, which is hey, this is my first API which I made, and yeah, we can make an API now. We just made a API. Let's go. And so after inside this, we have also sent which is version, which is version, and column we are sending data into key value pairs in form of object, because JS everything is an object, that it is. So now version is 1 colon 0 colon 1 0 colon 0, and this is our first API route which we make, and this API anyone can use, and we can also deploy this API to the server, and anyone can use it by just requesting on codeveen.com/API. And that is one crazy for me. And so we had a masses, and also hey, this is my first API which I made, and anyone can add this to the front end or anywhere, I don't care about. So let's see this out. And another thing we are just going to check it, which is that else if we have something like this, else if and request some users can to something like, what is bad request, I don't know what is that. So let's check it out. And also we can also else means of that if nothing is going to happen, just we can do like this, else dot end with rest dot status code, which is 400. If something else happen, if someone literally wants to access any other damn things, so they can just got an error of 404 error. If users just literally came for just doing something hacking type of thing, so that are going to be happen. So let's rest that end with this 404 bad error, 404 bad request. Anyone did bad request? Let's go. So 404 page not found. I don't know, page not found request. This may called bad request also. I'm not just going to use the ChatGPT term. So let's see this out. This is whole the thing which I made so now we are able to write code, whether make a server and deploy server on the like vendor versus railway, that all the server, that are the platform where we can deploy our server, and also any use that all if we provide the public access on that. So now we just did that all, and what we learned is we learned is HTTP had a lot more things, like http.create server is also had, and so request.url, if someone is requesting the URL slash me slash about slash context slash whatever slash it is, I don't know, whatever root users want, whatever path and root users want to just for, and just we are just made for that request, each request like slash me slash about and slash API, whatever time it is. And so for as rest.set headers, and we know why we are doing rest.set headers, which is defines what type of data you're sending, that define to the browser, and browser understand that data is for JSON file, that data is just plain text, and that data is just HTML form type of, that all it is. And so after we just did rest.status code, which is some status code, everybody needs to know that, and also the front-end developers know that all is like if 202 okay said a server, then that response is okay, means successfully that runs. And then after if 404 like type of status code, that mean page is not found, means that means the developer is not made it at all, and so that it is nothing else. So Node.js, yeah, we can just use Node.js also, but not for now. We are just using --- watch, means flag in built-in flag in. That's why I'm using that. I don't need to download any other stuff for now. But yeah, let's go. Let's see this out. Hey, did that all? I did all set. Did that all the thing, but I am confused with why we are not using using set headers, and also have a lot more. Also have a lot more mind question, like FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out. Let's go. Okay, for now we are just learn this. I know that. Oh, okay. I just remove this from here and Control B. You can also use that. And so now else that, and HTTP require HTTP, and server, we had a const server which is HTTP create server. We can just create a server, and we can just did all the code inside this block. You can see here I did a lot 3 to 24 lines of code inside this single function. That it is. This I created a server with this a function. If I can do something like, if I do something outside this function, it doesn't work for that browser, for that server. Yeah, that it is. So for now is, so first what's the difference between set code and set rest.status code? This sets the status line of the response. It tells the browser or API client, did this request succeed, fail, or what happened with that request. Okay, that is good for the front-end developers and good for us also. Status code for set rest.end not found, and that sends HTTP 1.1.1.404 not found, used for communicating result type success/error. Rest.set headers, which is had name and value, quantity type, and text/HTML. Application says JSON. Okay, for that application says plain text. Type is plain/text. Text/HTML. Rest.200. Okay, together make a complete response. Is application/JSON, and yeah, but together make a complete response. Status code, status set header, all code makes complete response for the front end for front end. Now why are you not using said header elsewhere everywhere? Because Node.js automatically adds some default headers like content type plain if you don't set them manually. For basic learning or console examples, those default are fine, so teachers skip said headers to keep focus on core logic. But when you start sending HTML, JSON or courses, then you'll definitely use headers. But the outside headers, which is like object, yeah, I see that type of thing on my when I build my local launch project. So yeah, with application slash, which is a good one thing, and yeah, concept, which is status code, and then with actually sends the data and the response. Yeah, set dot end, which means that we are ending the response from that specific route. And so after we have a stream, middlewares. About the FOMO feeling you mentioned, bro, that's normal. Every day, even pros feel that when reading docs or seeing advanced stuff like said header, streams, or middlewares, but remember, you don't have understood everything at once. You only need to understand what's relevant today. You're building solid mental model piece by piece. Okay, at one more breaks. Soon you'll start reading docs and realizing, oh, I already know that from day 3. Oh, thank you for that. Would you like me to create a simple mental model? No way. No way. We just move on something else. Something else, or may go deeper. So for now, Node.js basics completed. We learned file system also. We learned core HTTP modules and also how a response really works. Now we have got two solid directions to go deeper. Pick one, which is go deeper in Node.js core. We explored the real power of Node behind the scenes. Okay, path, OS means operating system, and URL modules, async and sync FS, stream and buffers, and how large files are handled. Hey, how we can handle a large file or large data. Event loop and event emitter, and also building your mini framework like Express from scratch. Oh, I don't want, bro. Oh, maybe I can make Express server, Express like library. I don't care. And this builds the backend mastery. Okay. A move toward Express.js. We start building real world APIs, set up Express, route handling, middlewares, JSON APIs, CRUD operations. So, bro, what do you want next? Go deeper into Node core, or move forward Express API? What can prefer from me, and what I really need to do now. Yeah, because I just want to build things. I just want to learn more. I don't care. Excellent, Codeveen. And here's the truth: since your main goal is to build projects that provide value and become that developer, here's what I recommend as next move: smart path. Lock in Node.js fundamental one more day before Express makes you really get these. How Node handles requests. Yeah, I got it. How Node handles requests for which HTTP module, and how file system works, and how modules works, and how async functions work. Okay, how export and import functions, export, understand callback promises, and yeah, we are just going to learn this one. Jump into Express next 5 days. Yeah, care about, well, start building actually backend APIs, set up rules like this and that, step database. So let's go. Let's do that. I don't care about, but I just go deeper on core fundamentals of Node.js more. Now we need to just learn what is the event loop. What is the event loop? Oh damn. Node.js is single threaded, but it handles many tasks asynchronously using the event loop. Means Node.js is a single threaded that handles many tasks asynchronously, means of that handles a lot more tasks at a time using the event loop. So that was a beauty of Node.js, and that is crazy part of us. And so think like this, like Node can do one thing at a time per line, but when it finds something like a wait, file read, API call, timeout, it says I'll come later and keeps doing other work. That is crazy, and that is the real world thing we need to know. And so let's go. For that example, we have the console.log start, and also that is happening in the JavaScript also. I see that. If you don't believe me, just check it out. We can check it in the console. So let's check it out in the console, and yeah, we can just paste it here and this is we can just see this here, start and end, and after that this works. So that means Java also had an event loop. That means a crazy one, because Node.js is built on the JavaScript also, you know that. So yeah, that uses means of that JavaScript uses Node.js. That JavaScript uses Chrome browser weird engine, so that's why it's that possible for that Node.js to use JavaScript, and that it is, nothing else. So let's see this out. That is, we already know Node doesn't block the code. It schedules tasks asynchronously. Callback, we just promise. I don't know my concept is true or not. If anyone knows, just comment below. I'm just curious about to know. But yeah, after that I just search about them if I want to. So now my goal is to complete and make process. Let's go. And so Node doesn't block the code. It schedules tasks asynchronously. Like we just promises, we just sync await. So let's rewrite a small async example in 3 ways. Okay. A callback way to write a function. So let's see this out. Const fs require fs means we had an fs module and having a file which is text.txt, and UDF8 we are using for converting that for that, reading the data, and also we have error and data, and after that we just seeing here error. If error, then return console.log error. If not, then just console.log data. So we can just do this call wave, then after promise way, and then we use async await for to do that. So let's do that. Let's make a file into this one. So for now this is day 2, and then we are just making a file like callback way.html .js, callback way.js, what to do whether for checking the things how it works or not. A small examples. We're just writing async functions, small examples that we can use in 3 ways, and when we need to use that we just need to do. And so let's go. For now is that okay. So fs, we are just making a file const as we are just using a module which is a file module, file system. I think that full name is that. And so when we need to use a module, we just use a require function, and we just do this to use that module. And then we just need to use fs.read file, or maybe read file. Okay, we just using read file, read sync or read file only. Okay, read file. And also we are just doing something called we have a text.txt. And why this happened, I don't know. Text.txt file, and we have one, so we can make a file. So we can make a file text.txt file having something called the provident effect. Nothing matter. So let's go. And the callback.js having something like this error and data. It's so an error and data. If file is not here, it shows an error. So we can check it. But for now, we just do that. All that matter. If error, then you do clg, or maybe I don't think we can return something like this. Return clg. But why we are using this return? Okay, I'll just check it after that later. But for now, just we are showing the error, console.log error, and then clg, which is shortcut to write console.log. And so we are just showing here our data. So for now, if we run this code, what happened with us is nothing. It's just we can see here /API root. We can add this. We had a bad on that server. Oh my god, for that server. And so for now, we are just running this callback function, callback wait data. We can see here buffer 550 whatever damn it is showing to me. So for now, I just do npm run start. It's 30 whatever damn I did. npm run start. npm run start. You're just seeing at a port 8000. What we can see here, which is in console.log. So let's see this out. Console.log. Oh damn, I'm seeing nothing here. Why this isn't showing anymore to me. It's running this server. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I'm running this server. That's why it's running that server. But I don't want to run that server now. I just wanted to see the output of this. So let's see this out, and we can refresh this page. So if I just control C and npm run start, or maybe I don't do anything, I just click run button. What the damn happening? My PC is too slow. It's literally too slow, brother. And I just need to delete some tabs. So that is going to work well. For now, I don't have damn happening with us, but buffer damn, and so let's go. And okay, so I don't use this. Okay, I don't know, but yeah, this is the way to use that all. But if I can check this again, once again, I just go to the code -r path, and so I can see all the files outside the I can see all the things -r dot. We need to write dot to see the parent folder of the guide folder. I don't know what I'm saying to do here, but yeah, file manager, we can see here port. Yeah, we just need to we don't need yeah, that we are just making a folder file don't know. What a damn happening with us. So let's go. Code minus -r, and so double quote, and so window V, and we can just click this one and then double quote and just enter return. And so why this shows buffer? We don't want to see buffer. Okay, let's okay. This is my problem is I'm not using UTF-8, which is crazy one, brother, which is help us to read our file. UTF-8 UTF-8, and yeah, now we are going to get to go to run this code, and after we can see the results of that. Oh, okay. I need to change the directory. Or maybe not. I don't need. It's not running my server. What happened? Damn happening. Okay, let's see this out. It's running our code, and some. Okay, it's too slow, brother. It's too slow. My PC is too slow. Oh yeah, we can see here the providing effect, and yeah, that's good one. And yeah, our code is running well, and we need to kill a terminal from there. And so yeah, here we can see here the result, and if we just if we delete this file, what if things are going to just happening with us? It's showing something error, and so we can see the error. We want to see error, so let's see this error, which is inoint means of that no file is. I don't know what is the mean of that, but yeah, here we have on the file in this folder, in this path. That's why it's showing this. So that it is. So yeah, open and scatter and inoint, no such file or directory we had. That's why it's showing the error. So we have now file, and we have now the data into that. So yeah, it's not showing any error to us. So now it's done, and now we are just going to use the second way. The second way is promise way. So let's write here promise way.js, promise way.js, promise way.js. Now we had a promise.js. Promise way.js. So we write is like const fs equals to require fs to using a module, require fs and fs, and so dot promises, and then semicolon. And so for now we have the fs.read file, and then text.txt, and then we had something to do comma and use UTF-8. What a damn it's showing to me. I don't love this one. Literally, I don't really love this one. CD things that are come to me for teaching us. I don't need, brother. Don't disturb me. So for now, we just need to do something called error and data. Error, comma, data. Yeah, here. Oh, no error and no data. Why? In the promise way, we don't need to ever write error and data. Here we are using error and data, but in the promise way, we don't need to write like this type of error and data. It's not giving us any error and data. It's giving us and some promises. Dot then data and dot catch if something error comes up. So let's see this up. Slash space dot then function which is equals to an error function which is CLG, and this gives us a data. So that means we have the data, console.data and data, and that we don't need a semicolon here because we are just catching an endpoint like that. Then dot catch, we use a catch mod, catch, and then catch an error. We had an error, and so an error which is like this, and CLG, which is console.log error. So we got the point, and yeah, we can run this code again for seeing this, and yeah, we are seeing the plugin effect. This is another way to run this code. And so if we wanted to see this is literally working or not, and also delete this text.txt.file, or maybe we can change something here, and so after we can see the promise folder. Okay, but yeah, here we are seeing our promises way.js is running, so that's why we don't need anymore, and yeah, we are conformed to that with that. And so for now, we're just using async await way to write the code. Async await / await way underscore way dot js. Async and await dot js. Oh shit, I know that async and await dot js. Async that set async await dot underscore way dot js. Async and await dot js. So for now, just using a const fs module now again, and then equals to require if you wanted to import a module, so you need to just use require function for that, and fs colon semicolon, and then async function. When we are using async, we need to make first the function is async, so async function, and then like this, and then after this is the function. Async function name a read file. That function there is just reading our file by that, and we're just going to use try and catch. Firstly, data equals to await. We are just awaiting for something. Await fs dot read file, and we are just reading this, which is text.txt. What a damn, why this so showing? I'm just literally bloody shit. Don't show me that all. Text, oh, I need to write like this, inside double quote, text dot txt. I don't know, I need to write in double quote. Yeah, I need to write in double quote. And if you wanted to read that text file, we need to use utf-8 under -8, and yeah, that's done. That here done. The point is done. We are just now we have something called console.log data. We are just using CLG to writing console.log by shortcut, and yeah, we are just what a damn happening. It's showing me all the things I'm just not loving this. I'm just cramming for this window. I just wanted to delete this one. So for now, I just wanted to delete this. Refactor source command palette, find all references, so all hierarchy, go to reference, go to source. I don't know how to delete this. After that, I just use the AI to delete that one. So for now, just I don't need to grab and use the data, and so semicolon. And yeah, if we don't use semicolon, what happened with us? This shows an error. What up? This shows an error. You can see here, if we use semicolon, it's also showing an error. Why this damn happening? We are just using this, and then promises read file and console.log data, and that's good. Why this source? I don't know. So now we use catch, try and catch had error. Try and catch had error, and also, okay, I got it. If we don't use try and catch both at the same time, it shows an error like message. I don't know why this happening, but it shows. So we need to just use console.log, and so we just do like this: error colon comma error. Yeah, that's no problem at all here. And so we can use semicolon. I just delete. If I want to delete semicolon, I delete, no problem at all for that. And yeah, read file function is not calling, that's why it's showing dot like thing. So now we are calling the read file, and we are now wanted to read file, so we need to call it. Read file. We need to call it again, so that that function is going to run. So it's a think of way to write code, and it's running. Why this happening, brother? What mistake I did? Const fs equals to require fs dot promises. Oh, said I need to use dot promises. I need to use dot promises. So that's why it's not running. Okay, for now it's running again. So when we are just using dot then and dot catch and async await type of thing, try and catch type of thing, we just need to use dot promises with the fs module. Dot promises, you can see here. And I think the easiest way is this or this, and the try and catch way is may not, I don't know which one is good. I'll do the same thing, but async await is clean and modern. We'll use this style mostly. Okay, for that we are just using async way to write our modern code, and that's so easy and very easy way to write a try and catch using something catching the error, and that's nothing else. That's a good way. So let's go. And I think that is also a good one way, because of we don't need to write a function again and again. Here a function, and we can use it again and again. That's a really quick way, and so we don't need to write one code of block again and again to use that type of function. So we can make an async and await function to do anything for that. If we need to use any other way, so we can use that function. So that's good to go with async await function. That clean and modern way to write function. So we'll use this style mostly. So okay, Node.js module built-in plus Node.js lets you split your project into small files like a toolkit. Okay, we had a function add a comma b equals to return a plus b, and then function multiply a comma b, and then a multiply b, not a plus b, a add to b. Yeah, it's okay. Module.export equals to add and it multiply. Oh, okay. Node.js lets you split. Node that help us to split your project into small files. It's also not saying you can make everything on a single file. You can also make a toolkit for your project, a bigger project, into small files, and that is crazy fun. This one is good. So now we are just passing two function, add function and multiply function, into something a mean index.js file. And also we are just using a require module, not a module. This is we made a custom module. Okay, custom module. Here is the built-in and custom module. Yeah, here is this is the module.export is a custom built-in module, and this is the custom module which I made with this. So yeah, we are just going to make built-in. We are just going to Node.js modules, built-in and custom module. We are just going to make built-in and custom module. What we can say, this one, import and export, maybe we can say export, what I say, this file, I don't know, but yeah, here I just use this file as a, like, yeah, we can just make this built-in a project. Maybe I just say a project. I just say a project slash rename project slash index.js project.index.js project slash index.js, and maybe I just delete this one because of I don't want, and so I just write inside there project slash index.js, and yeah, it's created. And also we just make a function like another file which is math.js, and yeah, we can just make a function which is add function add, and then we had a comma b. Oh shit, I don't know. Yeah, it's good. A comma b had a parameter we passed and return something like a plus b, which is the addition function, a plus b colon, and then we just also make another function, and in that function subtract a comma b, yeah, a comma b, and then subtract a comma b and return, or maybe we can just write our code very simple way, like you can just return this into a single line, return a minus b and colon. I don't know this way is good or not, or maybe this is valid JavaScript or not, and this is not, I don't know why, but yeah, I think this may have good, but here we need to use this, which is curly braces. Yeah, but I know that in JavaScript we don't need to do like that, maybe, but I can check it. It's okay. Module.exports, yeah, we can just use to export this module. We are just making a module that we are just going to export. What modules we are just going to export? This type of module we are just going to export equals to the add and comma subtract. We're just going to export these modules, which is add and subtract module, add and multi module. I made add and subtract module. I don't care about AI, damn. So let's go, and we are just going to use into this. So if we want to use any module into this, so what we need to do is const math equals to require. When we use a module, we need to just use require function, so we are using that, and then we are just giving path of that module, and that is okay for that now. And so we just use that all like this, and also we just console.log means what we do is just console.log, and we just call that function which is add function. We just call that function which is add function having 2, 3, and also just doing nothing. And also we can just here write something like double quote and comma to addition result or result column, and then you can do it like this, console.log clg like this, and double quote, and then we can also write here a result and colon, and also had a comma, and we just subtract call the subtract module, which I made. So let's see this out. Math.subtract. Oh shit, we need to use math.subtract. Okay, we need to use math.subtract. We need to use math.subtract, not like this, the function. We are just using the math module, because that module had whatever is stored into math variable. So that's why we are just using math and dot, because everything in JS is object, and when we use object, we need to use like math and dot. We need to use math, we need to use variable name, dot, and whatever that had, we need to use like that. And so we can use like this. We can see here math dot whatever we had an subtract, and we had an add module. So yeah, that is good one. So now we are just subtracting 4 and comma 4 comma 2. That's it. So now we are just going to run this code and see our answer, which is result is 5 and then 2. Result is 2. For adding something, which 2 plus 3 is 5, and then 4 minus 2 is 2. That it is. So let's go. We can see something else, like challenge for you mini practice. What does challenge you did? Okay, create a folder called data. Okay, inside it make a file user.json. Okay, with the fake users data. Okay, we use fs.promises to read that JSON file, parse it, add a new user. How can I add a new user? Said write the updated data back. Said yeah, this challenge is crazy. Write the updated data back. Okay, that city is really crazy, brothers. That city part is really crazy for us. So yeah, one person is watching me clearly 1 minute, and that's crazy one. And so for now, I'm checking just my live stream is going well or not. Otherwise my voice is not coming to you very well. After that, whatever damn happened with me, I know that. And so my excellent connection is good. Well, and yeah, one person is watching me for 1 minute. That's good one for me for now. And so let's check the voice is going to be clear. And so for now, what I need to do is to just okay, my phone is also charged. And so for now, we're just going to move on our project, which is with this challenge. So let's make our data folder. We're just going to make a data folder, and yeah, we can just make a data folder, and also inside data folder having a user.json, having a user.json file, having a user.json file, having a user.json file, having with a fake user data. So maybe we can make a user, and how we can make a data. So we had an object, okay, user. We have an user, and having a column. Okay, we have a user column name. We have a name, and we have an ID, that user1, that is user1 ID colon 1, that user is 1, and comma. We can separate with comma and just make a name. We can writing a JSON file, which is crazy one for us. So now we are just taking the name of first user ID, then my name is Praveen, and then other users here, or maybe just I use these two datas, and so I can make another user ID and data name, ID1, which is named Praveen. And so also we can do something like I don't want more user data. I don't know how to write a JSON file. Okay, for now just I'm asking this. Okay, for now I was seeing file-based mini project right now. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. That's day 2. Okay, I had this file. Okay, I got it, buddy. When we are writing JSON folder, we had an array format. We had an array. Okay? When we had an array, and inside that array we need to write like that. Then we are making a lot more JSON file. So yeah, I can also make like this. It's cluttered way, and yeah, when we are writing a JSON file, we need to use an array, and inside that array means a square bracket that have a lot more objects we have. So that's the write and JSON file, a JSON file. So your folder is look like this: data/user.json and the.json. Yes, and after that write main code, which is main code is fs.promise, and then require path, and then pair the join, and their name data, directory name which is data. What is the data? What is the data? Okay, directory name is data, and data had user.json. Okay, I got it. The point to get your to go inside a folder like comma separate and just name it of that file name, and after we're just going to use manage users, and then const data with fs.read file path, and then users json.parse data, const new user equals to this, and then users.push where the users are users.push. Okay, where the user, I don't know how. Okay, user is this, and then parsing the data, which is there as the file path. What the file path is, this is the file path. What is the happening with this file is this user's file path is just going to parsing what that this file is parsing and json.parse, and we are just pushing something into that data, and then what happened with this is fs.write file path is json.stringify users null new users.push new user. This is the new user, and after that write updated data back. Await file list json.stringify users null to console.log new users writer successful. I know why doing this. Write updated data back. json.stringify user, that is users null to null and 2. I can't understand that literally, but yeah, null to users. What is the users here? Users is this. Okay, write file, that file into this users, that users file. Okay, we are just pushing the data, and after that we are writing that data to updating the file. It's like we are just pushing a data that is a clone of data, that is a copy of data, is sending to the browser into an error format, but it's not writing that file. That's why that happened. And after that we can just write that into that, and null, and why we are doing this null, I don't know, but yeah, we just need to know which is users and null file path this is the file path, and then users, directory name is users, and then we are writing users and null. Why we are doing this? And to what is this? I just need to know. So for now, I just going to do is to write a main file, which is to what to do. For now, we are just user data manager. Okay, user data manager. We're just making user data manager. User data dot. Okay, this is the second project. We can make an user data manager. Or maybe you can just separate this project to slash user -data dot so project 2 users data.ts, and then we are just calling it const fs equals to using fs module user require, and then double quote and this, and then fs, and also we are going to use path const path equals to require path, and so const require path, and then we are just going to use const path file. What is file path? File path equals to, what we need to know is file path equals to path dot join. I don't know, path dot join. Oh yeah, path dot join. Path dot join underscore not underscore, yeah, this is underscore, sorry, underscore directory name comma which is my directory name is data, and data had also a thing which is user.json, and then semicolon and after that what we need to do is just to make a async function, because we're mostly time using an async function. So now we are using an async function, and also we have something a name man is user, a function called man is user, and having no parameter. Yeah, no parameter, and we are just going to use by try and catch method. So now we are just going to use the try and catch method, which is easiest way to get a data. Const data equals to, how can I get that data? I want to get the data equals to await fs dot read file, and then file path, or maybe like this, file path. I don't know why this came up to us. File path, comma, to reading that file path we need to use a UTF-8. We had a lot more modules, but I don't know what I need to use, but yeah, after that I just learned that one. So for now, const data users equals to JSON dot parse to read the data, JSON dot parse data. We're just parsing this data to see, because JSON format data we need to parse to see a data into a JSON format. If data is in JSON format, we need to parse that data like this. So yeah, we are guarding that data. If we do console.log, we can see the data Yeah, we don't need to write all the code at once. We need to understand that code. So for now, we just getting the data and just say the users here by just console.logging. So now just run this code and we are getting some error. Why this happened? Yeah, we write a catch function also along with that, otherwise some error something error comes up. Yeah, we can run now and we can run now the code. Oh, what have happened? Okay, so we need to error and we need to write some statement here. cd we just write something like called error colon comma error. Set why this showing body? I literally looking this bad one. So for now error, and run this code again. What happened? Yeah, we're now able to run this code, and so what we are seeing here is nothing. Okay, I want to see something from there. Okay, we need to call that function again, so that's why it's not working for us. Manage user, we need to call that function. After that function works. So let's run it again, and what happened with us is giving us also an error. So what we are getting is cb argument must be of type function utf8. Okay, utf8, what of them I did is utf8 await read file data. What of them happening with us? As function manage users, maybe you can write manage users, and after that we need to use here manage users, because a lot of users are there. And then await function, why it is showing const data equals to await fs dot read file file path comma utf8 and semicolon json.parse data console.log users. We see the users. What of them happening? I don't know why users are not showing here. You must, the cb argument must be of type function. Receive type string utf8. Okay, shit. Okay, we are not anywhere, nowhere is getting this. Why this happening? I just need to go and talk with AI to get help. Why this gives us error? Why this gives us error? Why this gives us error? And yeah, here's nobody is watching me. I'm at 0 point, and sorry for that. So the problem const users equals to this, which is that. So yeah, my mobile phone is charged, so I plugged out, and then I just put our charger here, and I just see my phone. Someone is commenting something, and yeah, a lot commenting, a lot for liking my reels, and that is good. Okay, I can show up again to you all, but for now I just don't want to show you anything, but it's okay. I can make video from that. Correct SD offer, and okay, for that now I'm just going to do like things. Also, for now what we need to do is correct json.parse capital JSON, which is not wrong. json.parse is wrong. We need to use JSON in a capital letter. We need to use JSON like this. So then we can see something called output. Yeah, still we are not getting anymore. Why this error happens? In JavaScript, JSON is a built-in global object like math. There's no variable named JSON, so no true error. And also this shows error to us. Oh, shit. We need to use here promises whenever we use an async function. And whenever we use promise wait. But when we are using callback phase, we don't need to use like any promise yet. So yeah, when we do a promise wait, we need to use, otherwise we don't need to use. That's it. We need to use here dot promises. That's why it gives us an error. So yeah, we just run this code again, and we're not getting the data also. So what error we are seeing here is in directory web this and that data slash JSON, no such file or directory, and user.json project 2 user iPhone data. Okay, user, okay, set. I don't know what happened. So let's go see this out. Let's cut this clutter things and down this one. Also just copy this and see this happening with us. And if we run this code, it's working or not. It's still not working, means my code is good. Okay, it's still not working. Showing this error, why? Yeah, we need to see the errors and we need to solve it. It's a developer life. Damn. Just need helping AI is a crazy. So let's go. We need to solve this fast, and after that we need to learn it. And so for now, you wrote file path equals to file. The join name is this. But Node expects this structure. This structure data user.json. Okay. Folder or no user.json file inside it. Okay, I got it. Node expects that data folder inside this directory, which is this. This is the folder which we are seeing here. If we need to use like that, we need to use something. Directory name is like that. It's okay for that. If we want to access outside the folder, I don't know how to do that. Now we can do like this, directory name. Maybe we can here give the directory name also instead of using dir name. But yeah, for now it's working. You can see here and example. Yeah, you can here. But for now, if I want to use instead of directory name, if I want to use here a path, so it's possible. It's possible. It's possible or not? Okay. What directory name is actually absolute of the folder where your current file is located. It's automatically provided by Node.js, not available in browser. If your file is here, it's not working. You can combine it with a custom path. Okay, you can use with custom path. Go subfolder. Okay, subfolder and then folder. Go one folder, go to a completely new folder. This goes up subfolder and this goes to one folder, this goes to new folder. Output example, which is this. So yes, you can use direct with a that you want, dot 3 dot, go to level up, it's okay for that. Quick tip, avoid using plain / folder. It can break if you run node from different directory. Underscore stable, safe, and professional. Okay, so let's go for our goals. Okay, for go and just see the side. Our backend learning roadmap pretty soon. That's completed. Event loop, async await, JSON and file handling. We learned name and fs.module, and also we did a lot. Yeah, okay, I didn't did that project. I need to do this project first. After that, do other things. But now we just console.login this one user, and after I just want to add a new user I just want to add a new user equals to an object having object and id colon id2 and then comma with name, which is Syam. We need to write like this, Syam, and that's it. Maybe we can use an email colon which is syam@example.com example.com. That is the new user. We are pushing that new user into users dot push new user dot push new user. I don't know what I'm writing randomly, but yeah, it's okay for that. For now, we are just doing what I don't know. I just need to see the code. Not all. So for now, we just making a new user, and then user.length plus 1. User.length, where the users.length. Okay, I don't know how it understood that is a one user. I don't know, but yeah, I need to write this code first, then after I understood that users had one user, and then users sees that, and after what happening with us, and then so yeah, I can also console.login here, like how much users have. CLG users dot length length user dot colon not user dot length user dot id dot length users dot I don't know city, I don't know, think. Okay, for that, this users dot push new user, and then await. We need to await here. Why await? Fs dot write file. We are just writing a file, and the file name is file path. File name is file path, and comma JSON.stringify. We don't need to write JSON in small letter. We always need to write JSON into a letter. JSON.stringify. We need to make that JSON file into a string, and then users, and then comma null I don't know why I'm giving null, and I don't know why I'm giving this to also. To also, and then console.log user is successful. CLG user successfully added. User added. User added. So if we see this code, what happened is user added like this. User added, which is this. Codeveen user added, but still literally user is not added. Maybe I just see here user is added or not. Yeah, user is added. You can see here user is added. If we don't write here the into this, then we can't see that all. So yeah, users is added. User is added. But what of them happening with this line? Hey, what happened was this line, and why we are passing null and 2? Why we are doing this? First, you're doing two main things: turning your JavaScript object array users into JSON text. It can be stored in a file. Writing that JSON text into your user.json file asynchronous. JSON.stringify explained in JavaScript. Objects and arrays can't be stored directly in file. You need to convert them to a string first. So in JavaScript, objects and arrays can't be stored directly in the file. Object and arrays can't be stored in the file, so you need to convert them into a string first, and then JSON format. JSON format is perfect for that. Object name Codeveen, then this, then JSON.stringify object, and console.log type of object is string. Type of JSON is string. Type of JSON is string, and we are just storing strings. We are not storing any other things. So yeah, JSON.stringify crazy one, and which is good one, not crazy one, that help us to write our code, our things in string format. The parameter inside JSON.stringify, which is value, replacer, and space. Okay, value, whatever value we are just making to the string, and replacer using null. You can use it to filter key really use. Replacer, we are not replacing anymore. You can use to filter keys really used. Space, control indentation in output for readability. Okay, example difference without formatting. Output looks like ID colon name Codeveen and ID colon like this. Hard to read, but this we can do like this. S2, which is we add the two things like this. This is space. This is space. Okay, this is space, and the two spaces. Like I don't know how it looks like. Okay, one space is from upper side, and second space is this, and one space is from there and there. It's okay, we don't need to understand that all, but yeah, there's two spaces. First space is from there, and second space is from ID is comes down each like that. Beautiful, right? The two means two spaces of indentation. You can also for or slash t backslash t if you want, writing it with fs as far like file path data saves that string into the file. Okay, boss, I got it. Point data is the string into the file. This one dot stringify. Okay, let's go. Go. Yeah, let's go. I just repeat this page, and this is live data YouTube is recording, literally. That all happening with a lot more backend developer reading a lot more codes, and what of them is streaming things are just going to happen. If we want to make a stream platform, how we can do with Node.js, I want to know. If we want to make a streaming thing, like if I want to stream something with my own mobile, I just wanted to use my microphone as a mic into an external device, as an external mic I want to use. So how can I use in any way? So let's go check it out. And okay, let's go for low energy, learn Node.js deeply to backend power for SaaS tools, building your localhost project, helping localhost. Now our goal is for 60 days learning backend. Well, get a job, or maybe we can do that, making more projects, more good projects that can help us. Master backend, well, in Node.js is done, routine file system. Let's continue where we left off. File system, JSON handling. Yeah, let's go. File system. I learned how to make modules like HTTP modules that help us to a server in Node.js, and having a lot more things like HTTP.create server, create a new HTTP server. Instead of callback function is executed for each request with two parameters, having request, which is the request object, HTTP dot incoming messages, REST, the response object, which is HTTP server response, REST.WriteHead, which is serve the response status code, and headers. It's literally sending a response code and also a content type, so we don't need to write status code separate. So that's good one. The write head, we can write head, not a response head. I'm also using response. Write head, we need to use write head instead of using write headers. I don't know what the header, response header. So yeah, response header. Where is this? A response header. This is the server. We need to stop them. Like rest dot headers, rest dot set headers. Yeah, rest dot status code. We don't need to write like that. We can use like this request and that, and rest dot write head. We can write a head like this, and 200 type text / plain. Also, we can like write like a lot more headers. Powered by Node.js, cache control, no cache, no store like this, and also say the cookie HTTP 200 is okay, standard response for successful HTTP request, and 201 is created, request has been fulfilled and new resources created, and 301 is moved permanently, resource has been moved to a new URL, and 400, which is bad request, server can't process the request due to client error. And yeah, 401 is unauthorized, and 403 is forbidden, server refuses to authorize the request. Not found, request resource could not be found. 500, which is internal server error, unexpected was encountered. Common response errors, which is content type, content length, location, set cookies on the client has a control detecting this like that, and that is all the crazy stuff. Write head, we can write heads, user agent like this, and server.listen at 3000 port. We don't need to write like port and so working with URLs and query strings, accessing request URL. Request.url property contains the URL string that was requested, including any query parameters. The query parameters that is including a query parameter, which is a slash URL method, const URL and method. Request had URL and method and URL. I want to run this code. That was all the craziest stuff. Get request to slash. You made a get request to URL slash. Okay. That is good one. Parsing URLs with the URL module. We had also URL module. We can parse the parsed URL parse request.url true, parsed URL.name, and then parsed URL.querying an application. Example: request and response. For the following request, server request would request with full URL, working with query string. My god, a lot more things are there. So now we're just curious about like what of damn happening with this. We are just using querying module. We are using query string module, which is query string. That all strings are, oh my god, query string, stringify that query object. This all we are passing to as a query str, query string dot stringify, query string. We are using query string dot stringify, then query obj, and also we have forms object dot from entries, parse URL dot search params. We are also using URL dot, and also we are using base URL dot host const dot this and that. A lot more things are there. I literally clutter. So let's go from there, and that's all the crazy stuff that is all here. Okay, core get all to-dos, core slash to-dos. This is simple to-dos, and that is if you want to understand this code for better understanding. To-do first need to do, okay, that get request path name equal to use. Set headers, access control allow origin, all origin is allowed, and then allow method post push delete options like this, and that one is crazy stuff I had. It's like error to do not found, and we had content type and create headers and to do's. That's something we ever had. And also we can see here what type of module we use. That just use HTTP and then URL. So let's go for OK for that, and then let's go for that. HTTPS module. What is the HTTPS module? Okay, the HTTPS module is crucial for modern web application because it encrypts data, authenticates servers, ensure data integrity, build trust, improves SEO, and enables modern features like many web APIs, geolocation, server request HTTPS, password, credit card numbers, and personal data for addressing, verifies from or communicating internet. Wow, that's so crazy. Getting started with HTTPS. Okay, we can also use HTTPS server. We can also store an HTTPS server. Yeah, here HTTP server, a secure server. We can also store with that. Yeah, we can store HTTP server and a lot of things that are here. And so for now, MySecure 1.0 accepts applications as JSON, cache control, no cache. Okay, file system, path OS module. Oh my god, I'm not going to must read Node.js. But yeah, I still wanted to learn that all the needed things. Let's go. Let's go with AI faster and safer. Use data.js, path name, and dir.name, path, users, json.pass data. I used already. Node users data. I did that already. I know that. And then add a new user. If you want to add a new user, async add new user, and then this, and then I've said plus and pub, update user. Update data file and users equals to user.map u, and then u.id equal to id, and then dot new data colon u, then await fetch and users null to user updated. Delete the user, read file, unlink. Oh, the method is unlink. I know that to delete users, but here it is like write file path json.stringify users null and to user deleted. But how it can possible? Delete user and finding an ID, read file, write file. I don't know how this deleted a user, but what I know is that I don't know how it can delete the user. Yeah, we need to learn a CRUD system. Yeah, we need to learn a CRUD system also. So yeah, we are just going to learn a CRUD applications. We did that already. I made a function user data. Okay, we can see here promise await user data. We had an user, so yeah, we can experiment with this. So we had an arrow users, we parse an user, we can did this. Yeah, we had that, and after we just need to add an users. If we want to add a user, we can just do this, do like this, and then const data this user new. First dot this data user const parse, and then users dot post new user. You just need to post a new user, whatever new user.
is so let's go. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go for now. This day is okay for that, and so for now I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Let's go. It's down.